let's start with your reading, Pisces. This is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. It's a general reading, so feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it best resonate with your own personal situation. Now, let's start by looking into where you're coming from, what you went through, and these three cards will help you understand if this message is for you or not. All right. First of all, the Hierophant, the Moon, the Seven of Swords. So many secrets. So much here that at the time at least, you couldn't fully understand. You couldn't fully figure out. But that was there. And for those of you who are really in tune with their intuition, you knew that something was going on there. First of all, we see the Hierophant. We see a situation that, at least on the surface, felt very stable and something you could rely on. Now, I do see, given the Moon and the Seven of Swords, that you were potentially dealing with someone who was not fully opening up, was not fully revealing themselves. And in a way, given the Seven of Swords, in fact, they were doing everything in their power to sabotage this. Doesn't mean that they didn't care about this. That's a misconception, because many people think, well, if you're hurting the situation, if you're hurting me, it just means that you don't care about what we have and about all of this. But I see it very, very often. A lot of people who, the more they care about the person, the situation, the more they sabotage it. The reason being, it varies, and we'll find out when we clarify. But regardless, this is something that impacted you very negatively. It feels as if this person, at times, they will just give everything they have to this, and then all of a sudden they would just get very confusing. They would do something that you would not expect. They would sabotage the situation, and then after that, they would just go back, hanging on to this. It was kind of like a cycle, a repeating pattern that you've seen in this situation from this person, and that was very, very confusing for you. It's as if the more they close themselves, the more hurt you felt, but also they felt. This is 100% conflicting energies. And it created so much unnecessary unhappiness. It's crazy. Now, what I see from you is that you might have started to feel a little guilty about certain things that you allowed to happen. Look at this person underwater right there. They know that they should get out of this, but they're just letting the flow taking them to the next place, the next chapter, the next situation. And right here, you just probably at some point gave up on it. Gave up on the idea that this could be fixed. But nevertheless, you stayed there. You didn't move. You know, right here, I see that you held on to something longer than you should have. And then maybe right now it's bothering you. The thought of it, it's bothering you. But don't be hard on yourself, Pisces. It's always easy in hindsight to see things clearly. But in the moment, it's much, much more difficult. Now, one important thing here is to understand that while you cannot control someone's negative behavior, you can control how long you participate in it. If you watch my videos, you've heard me saying this before. Negative things in life are only as permanent as we allow them to be. And even if it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and even if it hurts, at times it's better to just cut it out, to just move on and rip the band-aid and just go for it. Because that's the only way that we can move on from something that it's negative and that it's not going to change. Doesn't matter how much we think that it's going to change or how much work we put in. Something is not meant to be in that moment in time, at least. Just let it go and see what comes next, okay? Now, if that resonated, this message is for you. Let's see what's going on in the present and what you should know about the present energies. Oh, again, you're giving me so many conflicting energies right here, Pisces. And there is a reason. The reason being is that there is a lot that you want to manifest, a lot that you want to achieve right now, but your head and your heart are giving you different messages. And it makes sense because from the situation you're coming from, it's as if you're not trusting anything. You're not trusting anything to be real. Everything feels like an illusion. Everything feels temporary, as if all of a sudden the curtain is gonna come down and you see what's really going on. It's some sort of conspiracy theory type of mindset, which is completely justifiable given what you went through in the past, but something that you want to get a grip on so that it doesn't swallow you and it doesn't force you in this type of position with the moon, just going with the flow, going with the thoughts, going with the fears. No more of that, Pisces. It's not easy. Not telling you that you can do it like this, but it's something you should perhaps work on, okay? Now, what I see first of all with the Five of Pentacles is that everything that has happened in the past, it still feels like a loss, you know? Some of you are looking back at that person or that situation thinking, oh, that was such a loss. But this is not true. You never really had this, you know? You just had the idea of this good connection, good relationship, stability, but none of that was really, really there. I get it. With the Hierophant, we are pretty certain about what's going on around us. But this obviously is telling us that it was an illusion. And that fear now has developed into other areas of your life as well, potentially. Yes, it happened with this person. It happened in love. What else is an illusion around me? My friends? My overall path in life? Am I really happy? Am I really doing what I'm supposed to do, what I want to do? Is this the life I'm supposed to live? Can I trust the people around me? There is a lot of mistrust here. And again, Pisces, makes perfect sense. Don't feel like you're crazy or you're going out of your mind. It's just the result of everything you went through. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't control it. I'm not saying that. But don't feel bad. Feel that some of you are feeling a little down. You're feeling down on yourself. You're just feeling like, oh, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. This is just the result of everything you've experienced, but it's time for you to let it go. Now, it's okay for something or someone to be a part of your history and not the whole story of your life. Don't see it as a failure. It's just life. Some people are really meant to be temporary, and not everyone you lose is a loss. That's what we are seeing right here. Now, the sun energy, it's something, especially underneath the moon, it's something that it's there. It's in your environment. It's as if you have the key to your happiness. You have it at reach, at your fingertips, but for some reason you're not going for it. And the reason, obviously, we have described it, we have explained it. It's that fear. It's everything an illusion. So clearly something is coming in sooner than you think. For some of you, being in the present position has already come in, but you're not trusting it. You're not going for it, pushing it away. It's just no, I don't wanna go for it. Now we'll clarify and we'll see what this is. We'll see how to identify it, and we see its potential. Is there something actually hidden or not? We'll see when we clarify. But overall, the main message in this position right here is let go of the fears, and you will discover something really beautiful in your environment right now. Now, what's coming up in the near future? Let's see. Oh my God. Wow. Wow, Pisces. This is definitely a twist on this situation. 100%. First of all, Page of Cups, Death, Rebirth, the Tower. The Page of Cups is that card that talks about the impossible becoming possible. When pigs fly, right? No, never gonna happen. No, that cannot be true. Too good to be true. Oh no. This is good and it's true. Now, what we see is that something happens, so all of a sudden brings clarity into your present, into the previous situation as well. Not sure if it's a message, it's a page, so it could be a message or information that will really make you go, oh, now I completely understand. Now I can put all the pieces together. Now it makes sense. This is not something that it's going to bring confusion, okay? Or something that can have multiple meanings, multiple endings. No. This is clear. This is straight to the point. And it's going to bring a major transformation. I usually say in readings, everything you see, it's there, it's accessible to you, but you have to move through that energy in order to get there. Now, when the Tower comes in, though, no. The Tower comes in and it's just there. It's going to happen no matter what you do, no matter what you say. And in this case, I like it because you were stagnating in this energy for maybe way too long. And if this Tower wouldn't come in, then you will be there for weeks, months, even years, okay? Actually, some of you might have been in this energy even before this happened. Is this a pattern in your life that keeps repeating? Is this something that you have experienced so many times before and you cannot put an end to it? Now, with the Tower and Death, obviously, ending, and new beginning, rebirth, okay? What I see is major transformation, something mind-blowing, something you're not counting on right now. You cannot even begin to envision this because you're not looking into this direction. It feels like this is what you thought you had back then, but that you didn't have, obviously. And it's going to materialize right now. The idea transforms into reality. And it's interesting to see how you thought that your journey was going wrong, that your journey ended, that you had to go back and try again. No, this was all part of the main journey, Pisces. With whom we'll have to see what it's going to bring in the near future, how it's going to develop in the distant future. Let's look into it now that we clarify. But the overall message, Pisces, is don't be in your own way. Take the negatives and use them as fuel to get to the next chapter of your life. Don't use them as something you bury yourself underneath, okay? Ride these negatives. Use them as a meaning to get to something positive instead. It's all up to you, Pisces. And in the moment, it might not feel like that because they're hurt, because so many reasons. But give yourself time to heal, recover, and then start looking at things this way. Because you have something beautiful coming your way. Why waste it? Now, let's go on with the reading. Let's clarify. Let's find out all the details, and let's see what's actually coming in and how to keep it long term as well. Okay, Pisces? See what else you should know about your situation. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, Pisces, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 30-minute to 60-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Pisces. This is getting better and better. Right now, we see the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Wands. We do see major transformation. And this time, it's working out in your favor. Because some of you might think, you know what? I've had these tower moments before. I've had these all of a sudden changes. But they were always for the worst. Well, not when you get the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Right here, we see a run of good luck. Finally, this working out for you. And you're not used to this. You're not used to this at all. But with the Queen of Wands, we see that you have to get used to it because it's not a once in a while thing. This will really work up to be something positive for you and give you a lot of confidence, making you feel really good about where you are and how you got there as well. Feeling at the center of your world, the center of the universe, feeling like, okay, this is the life that I wanted to build for myself. Never thought it could be, thought it was impossible, and now instead it happens. What a twist. I love this overall message for you. Now, let's start clarifying, okay, Pisces? Let's see what this is all going to be about. We have a lot to talk to, a lot to look into as well here. First of all, let's start from that moon energy, especially because it sits on top of the sun. Let's see what was hidden there that maybe you should know about right now, and how, once you know about it, it's going to free you up so that you can move on from this, okay? Actually, come on, move on to this coming up next. What is there that you should know about? Let's clarify the moon and the sun as well. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Okay. I mean, the twists keep coming in. It's crazy. It's crazy how this is unfolding for you. And the reason being is because it's as if